either the rifts devoured everyone here, or they're all waiting to spring out at us.
Attention, IRC staff. Please head inside for an important announcement from the Council. Attendance is mandatory.
You weren't surprised if it was optional. At least that explains where everyone went.
Mobilizing. On their weaknesses.
I'll stand up front. Give the order and I'll take care of it, Commander. Commander, watch your butt! On your command. Spy move!
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Don't mind me.
You suffered extensive damage, Commander.
front.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Vitals critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Knew you had my back.
Yeah!
Due to an anomalous event, the interstitial hall in Exhibition Tower is off limits for the foreseeable future to any and all non-essential personnel. All requests to view the prototype Rift Anomaly Modulator are hereby suspended for the time being. Please direct all further queries and study petitions to the lead researcher's office.
Subjects, listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted himself to mental refreshment to strengthen his resolve for the good of all. At his command, I, Emery Thoreau, now accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times until our sovereign's blessed return. I shall not take this duty lightly, for I address you today not as the consul, nor even as your new leader, which I am, but as a simple man who wants nothing more than to defend his home and his neighbors. But I cannot do it alone.
The Sovereign's a downright dove compared to the Council. This is gonna be bad for everyone.
Wonder how long ago the Order predicted this. Assume the presiding bishop's been keen to the possibility for some time.
Dry those tears as I call upon you to stand tall with renewed zeal. Together, we will finish our great sovereign's work and purge Arcadia of those who seek to harm us. We shall clench our victory. And step into...
bad company.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
I'm seeing unfriendly soldiers.
Grenade?
Going out of sight.
Combatant scan.
Troublemaker approaching.
Perfection is impossible in the minds of the thing of symmetry.
We can't expect to sleep in these conditions.
It's better than bivouacking on Cloister.
There must be something here. I know how this looks, but I can assure you I have leave to look into... Oh, you're not security. Then you must be responsible for all the commotion I heard just now. For both our sakes, I think it best if we continue as we were. I will forget I saw you as long as you extend me the same courtesy. I was looking for proof, if you must know. There was an incident recently, and I believe our head of security is neglecting his duty to investigate. Albin Valancourt is the sentinel charged with supervising this facility and all its researchers. Unfortunately, he's a punitive man who delights in the wretchedness of others. I'd grasp a live rod if I could pass its current to him. Although, unless you have unusual license to be here, his odds of keeping head and body united diminish by the second. That must have been so difficult for you. Unless your lamps have oxidized, you must have noticed my arm. I lost it saving the Sovereign from a rift experiment gone wrong. An experiment I was in charge of, naturally. Valancourt supplied my name for the reports, incriminating me in the eyes of my colleagues. And since he's closed off that wing of the lab, I can't prove my innocence. I couldn't possibly rely on an outsider to help me conduct an investigation, could I? No, that would be outrageous, unthinkable. Except, whatever the cause of the incident, it is my duty as a law-abiding Protectorate subject to gather proof and uncover its cause. Really, Valancourt is forcing my hand here. Help you with acquisition? Assuredly not. If, however, in your exploration of the lab, you happen upon the modulator, I surely would not be able to prevent you from seizing it. What I am offering is help afterward. Once you take the prototype, it will set off an immediate lockdown. I can facilitate your exit from the facility, but only if you help me in turn. That modulator will be necessary to unfold the rift and find the evidence I need. And if Valancourt suffers repercussions for its loss, I will count that as an added benefit. The prototype Rift modulator is currently in Interstitial Hall at the top of Exhibition Tower. There's a lift in the next room over that can take you directly there. Once you have the prototype, make your way to Valancourt's quarters. He should have a spare key card that will grant us access to the restricted wing. I'll monitor your progress from here. Be cautious. The guards of this facility will attack anyone unfamiliar to them. But once you have the key card and Rift device, reconvene here, and we'll go together to the wing. That is what we've agreed upon, is it not?
Got trouble, man.
Investigating. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Replenishing, hastening to cover.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Forever vigilant.
Vitals are in the red, Commander. Whatever's in there has been pushed to the outer limits of the universal equation.
They really just left the modulator out in the open. Well, let's say we avail ourselves of their poor security.
Got my lamps on an
Gloria, mobilizing. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Better if I go unseen. Getting forward. Don't make me bury another agent!
Thank you, dear.
modulator has been removed without proper authorization. Lockdown initiated.
Troublemaker approach.
The unsubtle thief. Yes, you with the rift modulator. I've made the intercom available to you. Avail yourself. It's not every day that someone is fool enough to break into the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center. I'd be obliged if you would regale me with the tale of how you managed to get this far. Prototype modulator. The first of many such devices we've created here at the center. And regardless, that one won't remain in your keeping long. I suspect you did not reach here unaided. So who was it? Which one of my undutiful brain boxes helped sponsor this little pilferage? You cannot fault me for trying. Well, there will be time to scrutinize every angle of this breach at a later date, once I have dealt with you. I could also reduce you to a state of quivering agony, begging for death. And that would be a lot more enjoyable for me, if I'm being candid. No matter. I will await you in the hangar, where bullets may fly more freely than words, if you survive that long.
Spy, move!
Huh? Ratcheting up my importance. That and scan. Agitator! Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Consider self-preservation a priority.
As of this morning's demonstration, we have finally proven my central thesis. Matter within the rifts is not permanently destroyed. Broken down into pure information. This confirms many of our theories about the rift to an overwhelming degree, including the potential to restore this information, albeit Imperfectly. I expect the Sovereign will be most pleased. I'm scheduled to meet with him later today to discuss my findings more in depth. Note to self, impress upon the Sovereign the risks of this research, lest he insist on attending the next demonstration. You surely cannot rely on Valancourt to do his actual job.
Sovereign.
Better take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Always pays to plan ahead. These ought to make sure trouble.
You suppose there's been another incident?
Hostilities are afoot. Have a fix on their weaknesses. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Try to limit further damage.
Their ambition.
Don't mind me.
Elsewhere.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Go for torpification.
Recommencing hostilities.
I see enough friendlies.
Anybody see him?
Having that device nabbed on his watch nigh guarantees Valancourt a long stay and mental refreshment, if he is not subjected to swift and fitting arbitration first. It's sure to be in Valancourt's quarters. While you're there, remember to check his confiscation closet for anything of relevance to our investigation.
The console provides, the system abides.
Family's wise counselor for more years than I have drawn breath, Emery. But that does not grant you the right to challenge my will.
Why, I challenge nothing. I simply offer guidance where I may. I've neither the wish nor the strength to usurp your authority.
I know you have designs on my rift research. What I cannot understand is what you intend to do with it. What exactly are you plotting?
These quarters are awful.
Unbecoming, Henry.
Makes me wonder what Valancourt might
And
be
restoring
hiding.
Arcadia is my sole aim, as it should be yours. Yet you remain intent to use the rift for the most tenuous of means.
You forget yourself, Consul. Pray, I do not forget all the loyal service you have given me, or you might lose more than just your standing in my affections.
You have an update, I hope. What? If that's true, we must act quickly. Anything on his terminal cannot be relied upon for long. We need proof we can hold in our hands. I'll lead us to the restricted wing now. Once there, reopen the rift using the modulator so we can begin searching for more irrefutable proof. Let's not attract attention by lingering. There's the sorry excuse of interstitial reconfigurating matter that claimed my arm. Let's open the hood, shall we? Rifts reconstitute matter in an imprecise manner, but use your imagination to conjure the original scene. That could lead us to the evidence we need. You've discovered something. I knew it! I am absolved. And yet, I cannot possibly imagine what would have possessed him to deliberately endanger the Sovereign's life. It's unconscionable. I would characterize Valancourt as many vile and unmentionable things, but a traitor? No. A man cannot defecate without humming a Protectorate anthem. For all the time I've spent trying to unsnarl Valancourt's mercurial behavior, it seems there was yet more I did not know about him. Did you uncover anything else? I had heard rumors of the Sovereign's diminished popularity since the war began, but I scarcely trusted their veracity. That any subject should commit such an abominable offense against the Matriarch's own blood? It is nigh impossible to fathom. I think I'm beginning to understand exactly what happened here. But if you have any additional points of data, please share them. How did this go unnoticed during final checks? This is surely why the rift destabilized on us. You've provided more evidence than I could have hoped for. Thank you. Valancourt must have sought to curry favor with the Consul by eliminating the Sovereign and making space for the Consul to step into power. He sabotaged the machine, hoping the Rift would perform his dirty work for him, and left me to suffer the repercussions. Our dear head of security has much to answer for. We need to go and confront Valancourt, now. I'm no longer willing to wait for the arc of justice to bend in my favor. Valancourt needs to die for what he's done. If I distract him, can I count on you to do the rest? I'll go first. Follow behind, but not too closely. We don't want him to see you. You should try to seal off the hangar, cutting him off from any reinforcements. There's a panel on the right side of the room. Activate it and it should close the doors. Or, if you're stealthy enough to reach the back of the hangar, there's a ladder up to some turrets, which you can deploy against Valancourt. Careful not to turn them on me too. I'll keep Valancourt talking so that you can get a good angle on him. But his patience isn't limitless, so be swift. Attack when ready. No need to wait for a signal from me. Oh, and there's also a rift in the hangar. An experimental byproduct, as it were. I would avoid interacting with it, lest you alert Valancourt to our ploy.
Pleasant as I find your company, I must ask you to vacate the area at once. I'm preparing our defenses against an intruder.
Hold the pleasantries, Valancourt. I know you sabotaged the experiment that nearly killed me and the Sovereign. I have the proof.
Calm yourself, Doctor. Such a belligerent tone is unbecoming from one of your profession.
Don't tell me to calm down, you traitorous worm. Someone, either you or acting under your orders, deliberately removed a vital part from the rift generator, ensuring a catastrophic failure. I've seen the sabotage.
For you to have discovered that, would have needed to reopen the rift. Ah, you're collaborating with the thief, aren't you?
I'm going to report you to Central Control. The Sentinels should know one of their own has gone rogue.
Oh, shall I quake and quiver? Your threats are wasted air. We Sentinels are now empowered to act extrajudiciously. I was merely taking initiative. It matters not if the Consul failed to recognize my foresight at the time. All came to right in the end, now that that simpleton Varric is off the throne. You've turned into such a disappointment, Sophia. First, you plunder my perfect plan with your disgusting heroism. And now you conspire with outsiders.
That outsider barely needed my help. Of the two of us, clearly it is you whose job efficacy has most deteriorated.
Bold of you to assume I don't have everything under control. Or did you think I... Obvious distraction.
Distraction? I don't know what—
You'll die now, burglar. Shame. I rather enjoyed all.
I'll handle this.
And you! If I see so alert, I know you do.
I have a...
And as I find you comfortable, I must ask you to vacate the area at once. I'm preparing our defenses against an intruder.
Concentrates Valencourt. I know you sabotaged the experiment that nearly killed me and the Sovereign. I have the proof.
Calm yourself, Doctor. Such a belligerent tone. Tone is unbecoming from one of your profession.
Don't tell me to calm down, you traitorous worm! Someone, either you or acting under your orders, deliberately removed a vital part from the rift generator, ensuring a catastrophic failure. I've seen this sabotage myself.
For you to have discovered that, you'd have needed to reopen the rift. Ah, you're collaborating with the thief, aren't you? Oh, Doctor. You've denied me this fight long enough. Guards, see to this intruder with extreme attention. Guards! Blast him. No one around now you see. Now you don't see. No matter.
Have a fix on their weaknesses.
I will deal with you myself.
Yeah. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Lights flashing before my eyes, Commander! Revive me!
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Medic, please!
Replenishing my fire. I have
Got my lamps on an unfront.
Giving chase.
Right. Back to it.
Individualists! Minimizing exposure.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Best.
Thus always to traitors. Morale will certainly improve in the lab now, I should think, provided Valencourt's replacement is not also an absolute Pilgarlic. I had prepared this trauma kit, but obviously that turned out to be an unnecessary precaution. Please, take it with my gratitude. I'm not sure murdering the head of security at a highly valued research facility makes the argument you think it does, but noted. Have no fear. No evidence of our little collaboration will survive. I'll see to it.
Now that you have the Rift modulator, any previously inaccessible rift could be worth revisiting. Rifts may contain useful equipment and resources. However, due to the chaotic nature of reconstitution, some creative problem solving may be required in reaching them.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
What? Better take a guess.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Try to limit thermal damage. Check your scopes. We're combating an
Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of your prescribed curative regime. Thankfully, prescribed thought, and no bliss and plenty.
What? A creature? Investigating hostile intelligence.
Troublemaker approach.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive advisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of... Come in, come right in, and be refreshed.
It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and turns the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Are you ready to realign the paradigm? To shed all manner of imperfect thoughts?
All it takes is some light instruction, a restorative cocktail,
And a quick dip into the lathe of particularity to abrade your imperfections.
I'm Head Refresher Gould, and I guarantee when you exit our doors,
You'll be a productive member of our perfect society again. Soon you'll say,
goodbye, imperfect thoughts. Hello, contentment.
Just like being back on smoke extraction detail at the shipyards.
That's why we are all happy.
Greetings, subject. Or should I say, refreshed to be. Welcome to the Wellnetarium. You're not on my schedule.
This is all a mite strange, but perhaps we should play along.
Oh, you appear to have questions. A telltale sign of needing refreshment.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnetarium here on Praetor is uniquely special.
It is personally
Head Refresher Gould says mental refreshment increases tractability, stifles undue agitatement, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry. I've undergone the procedure myself, several times they say, and look at me now, never more content.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
Placid Waters Wellnetarium is the primary mental refreshment facility on Praetor. We are tasked with ensuring local subjects are serene, untroubled, and operating at peak efficacy.
The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Right as rain, neighbor, right as rain. And soon you'll be just like me.
Inclinations and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
The console provides the system abides.
Our intake evaluation automech here simply needs to ask you a few questions to amply delineate your phreноmetric matrix. A baseline understanding of your character and background will assist our facilitators in determining the ideal regimen necessary to abrade any perceived personality irregularities.
Contented, and others are not.
Yes, as it is an unthinking automaton capable of mindlessly parroting pre-programmed responses.
Unthinking is essential. Unthink today. Unthink tomorrow. Unthink forever.
None authorized to you. Not until completion. Now there. No need to fear evaluation. It's just a few brief fleeting questions, all perfectly harmless, I assure you. Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left, /you're right, and it will begin your assessment.
By Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive deviser responsible for making the mental refreshment process more
Not sure Inez
refreshing.
deserved that. Starting to wonder if you consider us all similarly disposable. Who's next? Me? Val? Did you have something else to discuss?
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk
May the plan favor us against long odds.
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
the protect... possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Pondering begets disharmony.
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements.
Greeting, subject unscheduled. Welcome to Placid Waters Welditarium. Evaluation commencing. Subjects are required to respond 100% accurately to all queries. Bespoke prescribed regimens may produce untoward ramifications if baseline data is greater than minutely erroneous. Query 1. Concisely characterize your personal perspective.
Cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever. Remember, collective cognitive compliance is a key part of our perfect society. When we comply together, we thrive together.
Failure to field remaining queries will result in pointed castigation. This is your sole warning. The accepted answer is, I fulfill my duty to the Sovereign as a loyal Protectorate subject by operating at peak efficacy, without error, perpetually. Each a vital cog. Query 2. Rate your present level of zealous efficaciousness on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the highest, 3 being a traitor, 1 being dead.
Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of your prescribed curative regime. Think only prescribed folks and no bliss and plenty. Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy.
Incorrect. The degree of zealous efficaciousness expected of a dutiful and true subject of the Protectorate is beyond measure. Query 3. Do you ever fall prey to imperfect thoughts, including, but not limited to, doubt, disbelief, uncertainty, curiosity, recalcitrance, and mischief?
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Welditarium...
Unacceptable! A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry. Final query. How would your neighbors describe you?
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Unsatisfactory response. The appropriate reply was, they never questioned, never doubted. Their zeal never lagged. Formulating conclusion. Phrenometric matrix delineated. Subject evaluation score total, 200 out of 200. The acceptable amount for a true and dutiful Protectorate subject is 0. In conclusion, you are in dire need of mental refreshment. Now, proceed to the nearby pneumatic tube to collect your complimentary unitard and lift pass. Next, proceed 1 floor down, where you will be directed further. Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Consul.
the Protectorate
Wondering begets disharmony.
Technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
I do believe that's the first test I've ever failed.
Prudence dictates we reject individualism.
Medicament dispensement
its
has
many
concluded
forms.
for today. Please proceed to the lecture hall to request an exception.
Settle down, everyone. Lecture's playing. Yeah. Prepare to be edified.
For today's topic, we'll touch on why our program is so very important. Ignorant, misguided outsiders may...
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, how mentally refreshed are you feeling today? Rounding up for clarity/responding approvingly. Our refreshment facilitators will be pleased with your progress. Mindfully maintain mental momentum. I am responsible for providing each subject with their recommended daily dosage of Reprioritrin. Medicament dispensement has concluded for the day.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Response. Medicaments are stored in medicament storage, the office in which this unit presently operates. Yet, it is strictly off-limits to all non-refreshment facilitator personnel. Farewell statement. May refreshment soon render you free from doubt. A vital cog once more.
Aw, a new face. Well, I'd welcome you to the Wellnetarium, but the designated subject reader ought to have attended to that by now.
The console provides, the system abides.
I was once a victim of imperfect thoughts. Oh, I had so many questions. But my questioning days are long gone.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind...
Admitting you question is the first step in your recovery. But worry not. Soon enough, with our help and a little work, you'll never question again.
Prudence dictates we cherish all.
You've missed the daily medicament dispensement, if that's what you mean. But you should take that up with the medicament dispensement automech directly. The medicament dispensement automech automechanically dispenses medicaments.
Facilities to be found throughout Arcadia. Placid Waters Wellnetarium, here on Praetor, is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive deviser responsible for...
I see you found the lecture as edifying as all the others here. Good, good. Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of the prescribed curative regimen. Head Refresher Gould provides us with daily lectures in audio cartridge form to steer group thinking. As they say, to think together is to together thrive.
It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
Upstairs in the audiovisual aids office, of course. Though that area is off limits to all subjects not a part of facility staff or security.
Of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at
How
all
very
times.
interesting. Here, take my pass then. It grants access to all mid-privilege priority areas.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles...
You must mean the lathe of particularity. One assumes you haven't had a session with Head Refresher Gould yet. You'll soon learn all about it firsthand. You'll feel ever so much better once your phreноmetric peaks have been abraded.
That went better than expected.
Not very inquisitive, was she? Seems the mental refreshment process takes the meddling right out of folks.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented.
The kitchen pantry is presently off limits due to anomalous structural tampering.
Don't forget, your unthinking compliance lets the paradigm run with flawless efficiency. Unthinking is essential. Unthink today. Unthink tomorrow. Unthink forever.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnatarium is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by...
I see an unfriendly soul.
That seems...
Let me know when you need a distraction.
How is this even possible? This has to be representative of some type of instrument miscalibration.
I wish that were the case. But I've ascertained that the calibration is within acceptable margin of error and have replaced the reader thrice already. If these readings are accurate, then I'm equally aghast. Catching up on the shoulders.
Anywhere else in the Arcadian system, you'd have a valid point. But here on Crater, the flora and fauna are...
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnatarium here on...
Have you made any progress yet? I can barely contain my excitement.
Ah. Well, I'm sure it's high on your priority list, and you'll find me one soon.
You're doing the architect's work.
Dictates we route all
Wait.
disruptive
The Protectorate have the entrance to the Archive well fortified. Attacking straight on seems ill-advised. Before we go further, should we discuss a plan?
Lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just...
Not a bad start, but we should consider calling down backup, too. Many hands make for light... slaughter.
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling prey to imperfect thoughts. Go now.
Prudence dictates.
The Order desperately want to regain control of the Archive. We could offer to hand it to them later, after we process the data, in exchange for help now.
What about the Order? They've already got forces on Cloister, and they have every incentive to want to help take back the Archive.
Our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
At a guess? Auntie Cleo herself, or one of her underlings. But we need to go off-planet for that, to the Undisputed Claim, Cleo's flagship.
Gray gone astray? Look a stay today. Are you mentally refreshed?
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Consul.
All right, it's a plan.
The Consul provides, the system abides. Prudence dictates we route all disruptive influences.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job?
Second Choice has got a new shipment of swill. Gave it a try.
I was under the impression that Free Market Station was open to all. Why am I being accosted?
Free Market Station is open to all. Except Spy.
Tired of firearms that explode?
Gallivanting about, asking everyone questions. Not selling. I assure you. One thing I do like?
Ambulance, medicaments,
drugs.
Get your drugs here. Get caught unaware? All you like. My
I'm beginning to reach the tail end of my patience.
Stranger, seen my fix? Hope you're about to offer to rid me of this damn fool.
There is no ridding yourself of me save through violence, and any according attempt would be a grave error. I came to meet with the information broker for, Protectorate business, Protectorate reasons. However, I find myself foiled at near every turn. None within the Protectorate would defy an Arbiter and expect to live. Regrettably, I cannot make the locals see reason without rendering myself unable to learn what I seek.
Even polite entreaties don't see most getting an invite to the broker. And you've been anything but. See, you may have thought you said have an audience, but what you actually said was let him assassinate.
Do I look like a sentinel to you? No, don't answer that. My point is that if I wanted to kill everyone here, we would not be having this obnoxious conversation.
No matter what this fella says, he's not going to convince me to trust him. He's a walking security risk.
You suggest a partnership? An Arbiter working closely with a third party is unheard of. But I suppose if I've no choice...
Interesting thought. Occurs to me there might just be something that needs looking into. Within the Golden Ridge locale on Dorado, there's a refugee camp. It's unassuming, quiet-like. Most of the folks there just want to be left alone. They see to the few needs they have by working with the broker, but we ain't heard from them in a fortnight and change. Serves to reason something untoward may have transpired there. You see your way to looking into that, maybe we'll talk. That's between them and Sub Rosa. You in or you out? Great. Take the lap-cained with you. I've had enough of his excitability, and so have my customers.
I don't claim to be pleased with the circumstances surrounding this co-investigation, but perhaps we may surprise one another. I'm Arbiter Tristan Rao. When I was an apprentice, yes, but not since. And certainly never with an outsider. I shall meet you at the camp. Let us hope we both arrive there intact. So you did come. Good. I'm not partial to working with those given to second thoughts. It seems we arrive on a desolate scene. I don't know what transpired, but whatever it was killed the refugees to a person. As an Arbiter, I bear a strong stomach. But if you've any reservations about witnessing destruction visited upon the innocent, you'd best steel yourself. I hope your words are true, for carnage is a more than apt descriptor today. I've some theories on the refugees' killers, but I remain unsatisfied. Although I am not required to do so as an Arbiter, I would care to acquire proof. Let us comb the remnants of this charnel house. Shame about all this blood. I just polished these boots. I cannot help but feel a pang for these people, cut down without a hope of defense. We must uncover what transpired here. Inform me. I doubt it factored in their inadequacy in the face of a superior force, assuming there was a superior force. sharp-eyed, aren't you? I noticed that as well. One destroyed automech in a massacre seems minimal. Did you have anything else? That automechanicals would fall in the camp's defense is logical. That there would only be one is not. Did you notice anything interesting about it? Then it was fighting blind. Doesn't seem like something a defensive automech should be doing. You're certain you've combed the place to your liking? Then let us debrief and see if we can deduce what transpired here. Have you any theories as to what killed these people? Although I'm no ballistics expert, the death wounds on the corpses appear to match those inflicted by an automech. Have any theories about the automechs that did this? My thoughts exactly. How do you believe they were compromised? I may have a strong theory, but I do not have a definitive answer. Indulge me. How do you think the mechanicals were corrupted? It's too convenient. I submit that the refugees predominantly used the local shortwave tower to control their automechs. The saboteur commandeered it and sent out an override. The only remaining puzzle piece is why. Why go through all this trouble to eliminate a handful of isolated refugees? Yes, that relay tower in the rear of the camp was clearly not built by the refugees, but stolen from the Protectorate, which likely means that they were Protectorate as well. The refugees must have used it to listen in on Protectorate communications, then sold what they learned to Sub Rosa. After the Vox Relay's recent destruction, High Command would have ordered a security sweep of all communication systems. This outpost's relay would have returned a signal. Upon learning of this camp's existence, they'd have dispatched a sentinel to cross off any would-be traitors. Hence the destruction we bear witness to. Theorized. I knew this was an ex-Protectorate encampment, but wasn't sure it was a Sentinel's doing until this moment. They operate in clandestine ways. Now with that finished, Hold. Some things approach. Be ready. I suspect someone has disapproved of our inquiry.
Give the word and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Bent on eliminating any stragglers.
Mobilizing.
That was a hardy engagement. You held your own admirably. These automechs will never be used to perpetrate such heinous acts again. I believe we're at the end of our investigation. The prospect of sharing our findings with the broker isn't terribly appealing, but we've little choice. I will locate my wretched Sub Rosa transport and return to Free Market Station. Pleasure fighting beside you. Be sure you return to Free Market Station to debrief with me. Despite our work here, I somehow doubt the broker would grant an audience to me alone.
How are the informant lines treating you? Hear anything good?
Not terribly. My only field-bound compatriot.
Hey, you there! If you're interested in furthering the cause of history, come speak with me. Greetings! What am I saying? Of course you are. Please, do pardon my forwardness. As an archivist, it's my duty to collect and record hitherto unrecorded knowledge where... That's great! I can offer you a stipend, converse with the locals, peer into unturned corners, and...
Salutations once more.
Greetings again. Hope that little day excursion you and I jawed about is going well. Libations or information? What's your poison?
The encampment had been razed. I'm sorry to say there were no survivors, but I believe we were able to uncover what transpired. We managed to accomplish our goals. This counts for more than a little, I'd say.
I'm surprised. Didn't know if you had it in you, especially with an Arbiter in tow. But you got what was needed. Not bad at all. I'd be happy to direct you to the broker. First, though, we've got a small issue. There's a malfunctioning lamp in the basement I need someone to take a look at. Here's a keycard to get you down there. You mind? Just trust me and go give it a look.
Yeah? How about this? I recruited a Protectorate subject direct light from Bastion, middle of a Protectorate holding.
Think I'll congratulate you for risking your hide to recruit one subject? Forgive me for withholding my applause.
You're jealous of my charms.
Yeah, real jealous. So are the half-dozen ACAD execs I recruit.
Anyone had asked me, I'd have put the odds of a live arbiter finding his way into my chambers at 1 in a few trillion. Good that you didn't come here for blood, Arbiter Rao. Barney would have sniffed it out and broken you in twain. And I do disdain mopping up Protectorate corpses. Names are nothing. I could tell you the titles of the periodicals he has stashed beneath his bunk, but I won't, unless he tries my patience.
If you know who I am, you must know why I'm here. My mentor died under vague circumstances, and I desire any information pertaining to the specifics of her death.
Interesting. That question appears to be at odds with High Command's public statement on the matter. Losing faith in your masters?
No. But I cannot shake the sensation that something was awry with her passing. If you know something, tell me. Please.
I could get used to this kind of groveling. Your instincts are right, Arbiter. Though we don't know the specifics, I received information that your mentor's body bore signs of a fight, and a nasty one. Someone killed her.
I shall in time, when fewer prying ears abound.
If that's all, I think you'd best get along. I prefer not to sully my quarters with Protectorate lackeys. Live ones, anyhow.
And I prefer to limit my time with scheming blackguards. Let us take our leave from present company. Speak to me outside, if you would. There's something I'd care to ask you. The role of the Arbiter typically does not require the assistance of others. We are expected to act as wholly independent entities. But I fully realize that had I not your aid today, my investigation's progress would have stalled and withered. During our investigation, I gauged your trustworthiness and did not find it wanting. What say we travel together? I will keep to my convictions in any case, but I understand. What instructions would you have me follow? My weight? You seem to have confused me for a lackadaisical foot soldier. Arbiters do not need to be told to pull their weight. We do our duty. I will listen to your words, and I shall follow your orders. I will not assail enemies of the Protectorate without your consent, though I will not like it. But if my sense of duty outpaces my willingness to comply with an order, or if you attack my brethren unprovoked, our relationship will come to an abrupt end. Excellent. I hope our working relationship is most fruitful. I'm sure we shall discover much together.
Won't argue he seems capable, but let's be mindful where his true allegiance lies.
And miss all this stimulating conversation? Fine. I shall go scrapbook my memorable intercessions, or otherwise reinforce your notion of activities enjoyed by people of my vintage.
Let us be off, Commander.
If it inflicts grievous... bodily harm on other people. Oh, I've got it.
Calling all former...
Hey, you smell gunpowder? Do you want to? Then buy one of my handy firearms. Browse all you like. Everything I've got is fine-tuned to perfection. Feel free to go on a murderous rampage with what you buy. It's good publicity.
Yes, yes, calling all former protectors.
Anybody? Listen, I know I shouldn't warn you. I trust you'll appreciate my forthrightness and be all the more willing to buy from me. Kindness? I've been having some problems with my machine since I arrived on this planetoid. But that's enough about myself. Be happy to show you. My contraptions don't explode no more.
Here.
Honest.
Hello. Not selling any. Selling anything, I assure you.
My boy had lost all his spark when he got back from mental referral. So much to learn here, you know? Seems like every time I talk to someone, they reference something I should have heard of, or known how to do. Kind of fun picking it all up.
If it inflicts grievous bodily harm on other people, I've got it.
You just bought a shooter from not a weapons store, right? How's it treating you? Keep an eye out for snitches. You got a
Can't
good thing
chit-chat.
going
I
here.
got a line on something big at the moment.
Greetings. How has the data collection fared? Finally, a breakthrough. Let's hear it. How did the ACS free market meet its end? It sounds like Auntie's choice security measures leave something to be desired. I'll mark that down. Aside from the crash, what occurred in the ship's final moments? That's idle speculation. I'd be laughed out of Laplace's garden if I included an information point like that. I'm striking it from the record. Last question. Were there any contributing factors to the crash? Anything that might recontextualize what actually happened? Scuttling an entire freighter and killing hundreds, all for a few extra bits. Interesting to know. This report is going to bear some glaring absences, which is unfortunate. Still, I wouldn't have been able to get this far without your help. Here's something for your time. It would have been more if I'd been able to complete this, but there's nothing for that now. Auntie's Choice seems to be inundated with its own problems, technical and personnel alike. We should have ample opportunity to use this for propaganda purposes. I'm glad we're of like minds. I'll be sure to notify my friends in the order that you can be trusted. Now I need to get this report to my superiors. Thanks again.
Latest contraband came in. Look like...
That scum. That miserable scum. To think he would stoop so low as to overthrow the Sovereign. I shall not rest until the Consul pays for his treachery and Arcadia's rightful ruler is reinstated. Do you truly believe this to be a fine time for a snide remark? Now? I fear how my fellow subjects will respond to this news. I believe that most will remain loyal to the Sovereign, but I will need to deal with those who strayed. That it does. How long has this conspiracy been in motion without my realizing? The very thought makes my blood boil. I sincerely doubt this is the end of my thoughts related to the matter, but we've wasted enough time with my ruminating. Let us be off.
temporary indignities of the body are nothing contrasted to the Order's future. Keep those eyes open, soldiers. Corneal frostbite be damned.
The plan is always in motion, much like you, it would seem. May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan.
Protectorate scum squeezed us good this time. I feel like a
We've talked enough. That paperwork needs filing.
Long past
Yes?
time we know on the offense. I've been authorized.
Can't you see I'm busy trying to look busy?
Talk is cheap, but my time is not.
Mind your own business interests.
Here I have you to thank for my transfer going through from Winter's Grasp. Wouldn't have happened if you hadn't reconnected our territory. Anyhow, I'm grateful. Not in a free goods and services way, mind you, but in a fondly appreciative manner. How might I help you? Of course. Auntie's Choice offers the widest range of marvelous medicaments and plausible placebos.
Consume in peace, and we won't
Maybe
have a problem.
focus on self-bettering yourself.
I cannot believe how bloody
Move along.
Keep walking.
Don't even think about disrupting the
Don't cause
marketplace.
trouble.
I don't need the extra paperwork.
Ever read The Middle Manager?
You seem like a go-getter.
Really
Let's
shores up the
consume lunch
foundation
sometime.
of your fundamentals.
Why are you pestering me? Do I look like middle management?
You'd make a great lower manager.
How about I do my job and you do whatever it is you need.
Pleasure not doing business with you.
Commander, a moment of your time, if you would. Commander, I'm glad I managed to intercept you before we left. There's something of utmost importance I wish to discuss. I received a message from a close friend of mine, Virgil. He was my co-protege under the Supreme Arbiter. His message claimed he had information relevant to the Supreme Arbiter's death. He wishes to meet with me at the Vox Relay on Paradise Island. I did not mention it before, but believe it may be necessary to avoid shocking you later. Our greatest suspect in the death of the Supreme Arbiter is the Protectorate's consul. Very good. I hope we shall see him at your earliest convenience. I feel this shall most certainly set our investigation into motion. Let us make our way to Paradise Island at once.
Right there, Arbiter Rao. Though I am here on official business, I would prefer to keep this cordial. The Consul seeks answers related to your recent activities. I approach you openly in the hopes that you will comply with his request and come with me peaceably.
What do you blather about? Delay me and you will pay the price. Not only do I have more pressing business with a colleague, but I do not answer to Sentinels or the Consul.
Questions of intent. Now, what shall it be, Arbiter Rao? I sent the message that drew you here. Virgil shall not arrive to aid your decision-making.
Virgil's not coming, you say? Curious. And here I was thinking I was already present.
Virgil! Touting your flair for the dramatic, even now, I see. But I fear our reunion must wait until we've dealt with this pawn of the Consul.
I had not expected a third party, but it is so much the better. I'm afraid you must come with me as well, Arbiter Montag.
A sentinel demanding anything of me? What madness! Neither Tristan nor I shall accompany you anywhere. Any attempts to force us shall be met with violent reprisal.
I'm somewhat embarrassed to acknowledge that, in my haste to see Virgil, I seem to have led us into a trap. Though ironically, it appears Virgil has been caught as well.
This fool impersonated my credentials, triggering a system alert that led me here. A lowly deception, even for one of the Consul's own.
It was a necessary deception, and one not undertaken lightly. Its aim was to draw your colleague here without bloodshed, for I know he would not have arrived at my request.
Your explanation does not pull my heartstrings, Sentinel. Yet you at least had the sense not to assail us outright. Surrender, and perhaps you may yet live.
You may not believe me, but I have much admiration for the work you and Arbiter Montag have done for the Protectorate. I've no wish to fight. Enough loyal subjects have died in this war. Come willingly and peaceably, I beseech you.
It's possible this is a ploy, and the Consul is on to Virgil and I. But if that is so, why lure me here, then meet me openly when Perrault could have ambushed me from behind?
Are you mad? Because he seeks to lower your guard, then strike. Surely you don't intend to converse with him about it?
I trust Sentinels no more than you, but I am using this situation to gather information, which I would expect you would also do if you weren't so focused on haranguing me.
I appreciate the support. Though we are not related by blood, I suppose we are just as wont to bicker with one another as true brothers.
Conversation is not likely to distract me from my purpose. I am here to kill no one, but unless there has been some kind of mistake, you must still submit to me.
This conversation is a farce, but Tristan and I are equals. I wish not to act without his agreement.
For my part, I may suspect the Consul's agents, but I do appreciate that the circumstances of their role is unique. If a fellow Protectorate citizen engages me in combat, I am within my rights to defend myself. But this Sentinel has come to me openly, under the norms of Protectorate law. From his perspective, I could almost see his point. Quite right. What do you have in mind? Very well. But be warned, I'm not exactly trained in the art of improvisation. We'll need a very good reason for my not answering the Consul's summons. So much for your plan. Violence it is. Sentinel, I accuse you of impersonating a senior arbiter and threatening to unlawfully incarcerate another. I find you guilty on all counts. Prepare for absolution.
I had dearly hoped your refusal to meet the Consul was not rooted in traitorism. But it seems I was wrong. If you expect I should roll over and die, you'll be sorely mistaken.
Got trouble. Ready to take the show, Commander. Just say which.
Let us search the body. Perhaps we might...
Resolving this situation directly was the proper move. I shudder to imagine what that Sentinel may have wrought unchecked. Did you find anything upon his body?
We did. It seems he was looking into the Supreme Arbiter's death. He sought to follow a lead on one Oculus collating post after confronting us here.
What? That can't be. Why would the Consul look into his own crime? He must be seeking a patsy. Or this is a convoluted attempt to lure us into a trap.
The Consul expected us to kill his agent, loot the body, and thus prepared a trap for us elsewhere? Convoluted is certainly the operative word. We must investigate. Let us do just that. I regret we've not had more time to talk, Virgil. It has been ages.
Worry not. I'm certain we'll have plenty of time to converse when you've finished your investigation. I have several leads of my own to pursue, as a matter of fact. Until our paths cross again, my friend.
Those fools! Protectorate subjects should know better than to attack a Protectorate Arbiter. The only explanation is that they were lackeys of the Consul. Why else would they engage someone such as myself without expecting reprisal? Then they should have reported me to their superiors rather than attempting to exact justice themselves. I shall continue to answer slights of this nature through violence. But hopefully, I shall not need to do this more than a few times. I recall this place. These stations have been automated since my day, though this one has certainly accrued dust. Odd that it would be in a state of lockdown. I have a general override that should allow us entry, but anything specific to local systems, including security systems, may be beyond me. These security measures should not be operational. And the station seems to be on reserve power. We'd best tread carefully. one is here, lying in ambush. Perhaps some stray systemic error activated the entryway defenses. We'd best first report to security ops. Lift this lockdown. From there, we can set about reactivating the station's primary power. It will allow us to Is that a footprint in the dust? This station shouldn't have received visitors in years. Be on guard. My passcode shall not work on this terminal. Unlocking it may be a creative endeavor. Good effort lifting the lockdown. We may now reactivate the station in the reactor room.